What up, YouTube? This your boy, brother Nathaniel, back with another lesson. I want to talk about this term I've been hearing a lot. Simp has been now is basically mainstream. I saw an article on CNN talking about this word simp, um, and it's been used mainly as a derogatory term. But like anything, like everything in this world, there's always a spiritual component to it. So we're gonna talk about the spiritual component of this, just like we do everything, because everything always has a physical component and a spiritual component. So we just focus on the spiritual part. So, what is a simp in the Bible? So, what is a simp? Now, I got this off Wikipedia. Simp is an internet slang term describing someone who performs excessive sympathy and attention toward another person, sometimes in pursuit of a sexual relationship. Urban Dictionary defines a simp as someone who does way too much for a person they like. And then this is just the dictionary. A simp, informal North American, a silly or foolish person, from the English simpleton, now 20th century simp. And I think those are good definitions of the word. They definitely apply a certain extent, but from a spiritual component, I would say that a simp is really a woman worshiper. And when I say that, it's because simping is is not just about doing some things for someone that you hopefully can be in a relationship with. It's about putting their desires over your own. And if you're a man in truth, if you're a man of the Most High, you're a man of the Messiah. Following the Messiah, you're supposed to have the Most High's desires above yours, not a woman. So let's talk about it. Adam, the world's first simp. So y'all know the story. Genesis chapter 2. Now this is before Eve was even created. And the Lord, the Most High, took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And the Most High commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in that day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. So this is the man giving the commandment. This is Adam without Eve having the commandment to take care of the garden and not to eat of this tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So that is his responsibility because he has the charge. All right. So now Genesis chapter 3. Now y'all know the story. Eve was created. She got deceived by the serpent and she got Adam to eat the fruit. So this is Adam's punishment. Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat of the herb of the field, and in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return unto the ground. For out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust thou shalt return. So, like I said, his Adam's punishment was severe because he knew better. Now, let's summarize that. First Timothy chapter 2 actually does a great summary of it. So it says what we just read: Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Now people try to use that to make it sound like women are evil, or they just they cause the fall of everything. Well, this scripture is written like that for a reason. It's implying that Adam did not sin, or Adam did not he was not deceived. He sinned. The woman was deceived. So because Adam knew better, so he wasn't tricked into eating the fruit. He chose to eat the fruit. So his sin was worse because he knew better. The woman didn't necessarily have that responsibility that Adam had because he was supposed to be the head. He's supposed to lead his woman, but he let the serpent lead her. So it's a bigger consequence for what he did. That's why the whole earth is cursed. When he sinned, when Eve sinned, her reproductive organs were cursed. But Adam, the whole world was cursed. So you see, Adam knew not to eat of the fruit, but he did it anyway, thus saying that he chose his woman more than the Most High. He chose to love his woman and her desires more than the Most High and his desires. So you see, you never put the woman's desires above your own. because you're supposed to be living the way that your creator wants you to live. To be a simp is to worship or come under the authority of a woman, but you're supposed to be worshiping your creator. So you're always supposed to, love your woman. You're supposed to take care of her, treat her well, but you're not supposed to follow her into sin. You're not supposed to take her emotional state as something that changes your spiritual well-being. If she wants to go into sin, you got to let her go. If you have a godly woman, a blessed woman, she's not going to want you to sin. She's going to let you, please your father. She's going to help you please your father. But she's not, if you got a woman that wants you to follow after the serpent or after Lucifer, you got to let her go, because you got to please your father. In verse 15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So that's the woman saving grace, is that with her, we get to pass on the legacy to the next generation to improve ourselves. And that's her saving grace. So again, simping, woman worshiping. So this is the Ten Commandments, the first two, Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am the Most High, your God, and I'm a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. So you see, we're supposed to always, the only one we're supposed to be bowing down to is our Father in heaven. And of course, the Messiah, when he comes back, everybody's gonna bow a knee. But we're not supposed to be bowing down to our women. We're supposed to be leading our women. And that's physically and spiritually. We're not supposed to be bowing down to them. Yeah, even proposing in that the pagan ritual of the engagement ring. That's we're not supposed to do that. All right. So that's all I got. Peace. All praises to the Most High and the Lamb that sits next to the throne. Hopefully somebody got something out of it. Y'all have a good day. Peace.